Very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you so much for joining in for today's session. I think we'll have more participants come in, but I think we can get started. Today our session is going to be on how to run campaigns on social media for fundraising and awareness. So this is a part of our larger series that we are currently running. For those of you who are not aware, we've been running our series for this past Q2 quarter on marketing and communication. So our previous sessions, we covered couple of different topics like how do you build a communication strategy, need for fundraising, and how is it that you can have communications around that, your qualitative impact, how is it that you can showcase that more effectively. This is our fourth session as a part of the series, and we're doing it in collaboration with one NGO. We'll also be having an upcoming session on best practices for social media around 1 or 2 weeks from now. So largely these are going to be a part of our marketing and communication series. So once again, thank you all for joining in, and I'll just quickly introduce the speaker before I hand it over to her. Okay, so our speaker for today is Pooja. So Pooja is the assistant operations manager at one NGO. She's really passionate about driving positive change and making a lasting impact on society. So she has more than 3 years experience in nonprofit management and operations, and she's also dedicated to optimizing the efficiency and effectiveness of nonprofits. She's closely worked with the one NGO team to streamline processes and also to ensure that the projects and initiatives within an organization, they align seamlessly with the larger goals. So a very warm welcome to you, Pooja. Thank you so much for facilitating our session today. And just one or two housekeeping rules before you can come in. So our session is currently getting recorded, and we will share the session recording as well as the deck, any other resources post the session with all of you. Any questions you all have during the session, please feel free to drop it in the chat or even raise your hand. We have a dedicated Q&A section, I think the last half an hour. So happy to take all your questions and answer it then. But yeah, over to you now, Pooja.
Thank you, Ashwini, for the warm welcome. So I think we have 26 participants, including me. Hi, everyone. A very good evening to all of you. So let me, can I share my screen, Ashwini? Yeah.
Thanks.
So is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, we can see.
Yes. Okay. So why we are here today? It's because we would like to explore about how to run campaigns on social media for fundraising and awareness, right? So let me just ask you one thing. May I know what is social media according to you? Before turning into the contents, I just want to have a quick question. That is, what is social media according to you? Anyone in the audience would like to answer? Okay, so let me answer this. So the social media, it's a means of interaction among people, right? In which they create, share, or exchange information or ideas via virtual network or community. So we use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, YouTube. These are the social media platforms that people use to interact with others. This is broadly about social media. So today, what we will be learning is what is social media campaign, the basics of fundraising and awareness campaigns, how do you start, or the steps for the social media campaign, and introduction to paid campaigns. This is what we will be learning today. Okay. So coming to the social media campaign. So does anyone of you have used social media campaign? Can I just hear a yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
One. Others?
Yes.
Okay.
Pooja, I think there are several of them answering on the chat as well.
Yes. Okay. So most of you have told yes. So social media campaigns, as you can see, according to Hootsuite, it's a rocket fuel of your marketing efforts. That is nothing but it's a marketing tool designed to achieve a specific goal. In the sense of NGO, like in the perspective of NGO, the social media campaigns are used to create awareness or to put up about the cause you're working for or to put up about the donations. So this is where social media campaigns are used. Okay. So what does a social media campaign have? It will have a specific outcome and it can be tracked, measured, and it is run for a specific time period. These points I'll be covering in the later stages. So a social media campaign is nothing but it's a marketing tool where you use it for specific objectives. And social media campaigns is different from social media content management. In the content management, you just create and share the contents, but in the social media campaign you will have a very specific objective to it and a specific audience who will get out a specific message from the platforms. So here you can see an example of UN. So does anyone of you knew about the UN, the United Nations, an international organization, has used TikTok for a campaign that is to empower women? Did anyone of you know that TikTok was used by UN? Does anyone know? Like, okay, can I hear yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Sushmita says yes. Okay. So why did UN use this TikTok? TikTok is also a social media platform. Okay. So Arundhati says no. So to brief out, UN actually used this TikTok to launch a campaign. Why did they use? They wanted to spread the word about self-defense moves. So previously, what happened was women's safety took up more of the conversation than ever. So UN women wanted to come up with a way for the girls to feel them safe again. So what they did was they worked with self-defense experts as well as choreographers who were filmed together to bring out self-defense moves. So this was a process where only 4 steps were involved and those were self-defense moves. But what they did was they launched these videos on TikTok platform, but they never told that these were self-defense mechanisms. So after some time, what UN did was they secretly told that there were dance moves which is self-defense mechanisms were involved in these dance moves. So people actually found out it very useful, right? So what was the takeaway was most of the influencers or the media personalities actually came up together and also performed here. Other than that, the return of investment, if you can see, so 4,924% of return of investment was earned by this TikTok. Okay. So what is the takeaway from here is you need to find out the specific audience, right? So you need to find out which platforms are the users using. So educational material here, it was given in a fun way. It was presented in a fun way and it was made interactive to the audience. That's why they actually collaborated with pro choreographers and filmed in a way that TikTok worked. So if you want to actually design a social media campaign or something, it's okay if you want to ask an influencer or some person who is actually well known with the design or videography. You want to ask help, please ask and just know what are the audience using as a platform. Okay. So here is another example. There is a company called Always. Okay. Always is actually a period care product company which is there in the market from past 40 plus years. So what they did was they used the hashtag called like a girl. So this is for the girls and the adolescents. So when they're actually of the puberty age, they would actually mock at them like, please don't like act like a girl. Even in the neighborhoods, you can see that, please don't cry like a girl. It is mostly like an insult to the adolescent girls or the women community, right? So what this always did was they used this hashtag like a girl in a empowering and powerful way. So they actually asked a question: do we restrict girls and dictate their roles? And shockingly, 72% of the girls agreed to it, and they told that society actually limits the role of girls. For example, if you can see the emojis that we use on our mobile phones today, it has power girl emojis now. But in the year 2014, what happened was because of this hashtag, like a girl, the powerful emojis came into picture. Otherwise, they were actually portrayed like playing princess or getting the nails done or dancing in bunny ears. These were the emojis that were used in the year 2014. But after this hashtag, the powerful image emojis were portrayed in mobile phones and social media platforms. That is the use of hashtags and the power of hashtags or the social media platform that can reach out to audience. Okay, so right now I have told you about what is a social media campaign, what are social media platforms, how does a social media campaign is different from social media content management. Also, I have given you some examples of social media campaigns. So next, let us jump into basics of fundraising and awareness campaigns. Okay, so let me ask you a question. What is fundraising or awareness campaigns according to you? Anyone would like to answer from the audience?
I think these are campaigns that have a donate call to action,
Mhm. Yes,
or it can be a specific campaign towards a very specific fundraising goal. For example, raise 30,000 rupees to educate 30 children.
yes, absolutely right, Sushmita. Thanks for answering that. So jumping into the next slide, as you all can see, a fundraising or awareness campaign refers to strategically planned, time limited initiative focused on enhancing the public recognition and understanding of your cause. This is nothing but for non-profits, the means for planning a campaign is to spread about their mission or the matters that they work for. How is the organization working hard to tackle the issues? Why do they need support? These are the things that the NGOs actually should talk about. And to actually raise awareness about this, we actually use social media campaigns. So the main goal for this awareness campaigns or the fundraising campaigns is to raise the visibility of your organization. By spreading awareness about your nonprofit's cause, you will grow your audience, right? So you will create a stronger base and which will actually drive to your mission. And if you focus on spreading the word and show what you're working for, that your work actually matters in the society, the donations will automatically fall. So this fundraising or awareness campaign is actually important in this social media sector. So when would a non-profit launch a fundraising or awareness campaign? So these campaigns can actually coincide with national awareness days or international awareness days, weeks or month. For example, let me take World NGO Day. So this World NGO Day is celebrated in more than 89 countries. Okay. So each year, when is it celebrated? It is on 27th February. Why do we celebrate this World NGO Day? Is because to recognize, celebrate, and honor these non-profit organizations and people behind them, and show their work. What are they doing? How are they contributing to the society? This is an opportunity for to reflect the hard work and selfless service these people are doing. So World NGO Day where we can give awareness about how NGOs are performing and how can you actually celebrate it. So being an NGO, you can use the hashtag World NGO Day and spread the word. So this is one way to use the social media. Or what you can do is you can actually go to local schools or universities and run an event about World NGO Day for students and people and make them aware about the issues of an NGO and what are the opportunities that are available for an NGO or what are the pain points that they are facing. So you can raise awareness by visiting schools and universities, and you can also host celebratory events for raising funds and awareness. So when you go to visit the schools and university, what you can do is you can click a picture of it and post it on the social media platform and use the hashtag World NGO Day. This is one thing that you can do on that specific day. Likewise, there is also a mental health month in May. So this actually speaks about not only physical health is important, but also mental health is important. So let me give you an example about this organization called the National Alliance on Mental Illness. This is an organization who works for mental health awareness. So what they actually did was they used a hashtag called more than enough. So what they did was they used to post graphical posters and blogs about these common people who actually were suffering from mental health issues. And on the Facebook platform, they added a frame by adding more than enough as their hashtag, and people who wanted to support this cause could change their frame on the Facebook profile. This is one thing that National Alliance on Mental Illness actually did to raise awareness about mental health. So this is one such example. And Danotsav, which is upcoming and is in the month of October, it is specifically for a week. So I will be talking about this in the latest stage. So before going to the next topic, does anyone have any questions?
Hi, Pooja. I'm Shiva.
Yes, Shiva.
I'm working in an NGO. It's name called Tare Jamin Par. We
Mhm.
have created a Danochav campaign, but unable to reach people.
Okay. Okay, you are unable to reach people.
And I'm also sharing my poster. This is what I created actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I was unable to reach. It's mainly we provide education through digitally. Like our initiatives are like digital, mobile, and STEM educations. Mostly our focus is
Okay.
remotely. Yes.
Yes, got it, Shiva. So the question is that you're actually having a campaign for this Dan Utsav and you are unable to reach the people, right?
Yes.
So I'll be taking this question at the last because I'll be speaking about Dan Utsav and how you can actually post on these days. So let me take this question at last, Shiva. Is that
Sure,
okay
sure.
with you?
Okay, okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, you, Shiva. Does anyone have any other questions?
We have a couple of them in chat, Pooja. I could just let you know. So one, Darshika, she asks, how do we use the hashtags for our benefit?
Okay. Okay, so coming to the hashtags, as I spoke about this, you are enough, or also I spoke about women empowerment that the UN used, or the always campaign. So how do they actually use these hashtags? If you are a non-profit organization, use hashtag NGO. Or if you want to create a hashtag of your own, how do you do that? You just write about hashtag about your NGO name. You can just create one hashtag for yourself and keep on using that for the same. When someone actually types something, for example, NGO on a search engine, maybe on a search engine of Instagram. So there is a column called hashtag where the NGOs that have used this hashtag are listed. That's how people can recognize about the work you do also. That's one form of hashtag that you can use. Was your
I have
question?
a question.
Yes, yes, Anas.
Neha from Development Alternatives. I wanted to ask if it's possible to reach audience organically or for doing a digital media fundraising,
Mm-hmm.
we have to keep a budget aside or, and now it is the season of donations coming up. So what is your take on if it's possible to do it organically or not?
The organic reach, it takes a lot of time, that I can say you. It is not something we will be, reaching very easily.
Hi,
Organic,
Pooja.
yes,
Pooja, this is Jasho. Can I interfere? Like,
yes,
can I answer this question if it's okay
yes,
with you?
yes, Dash.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Sorry, from the Development Alternatives. Your name,
Yes.
please?
Yeah, my name is Neha. I'll just change it from
Neha.
the screen.
Yes, yeah. Hi, Neha. So to answer your question first, this is coming up in the second half of this presentation. To your question, answer to your question is yes, you can. You can have organic reach, okay? But one thing, keep in mind that it will be difficult, and most of this social media, since they are profit-making organizations, their main aim is that you do a paid campaign. Okay, but what will depend upon you is that how many likes are there or followers are there on your page. So if you really want to do an organic reach, you have to ensure that your NGO's page has sufficient number of likes and followers. Okay, so that you're for doing something on say on Dan Utsav, which begins next week, which you don't have much time, you can ensure that at least 3,000 followers will be reached, will get your message once you start a Dan Utsav campaign. Okay, so this is how you can do an organic reach, but you have to ensure that your page has followers and also likes. Okay, so at least people has liked, so that there is some registration on your NGO page. So this is how you can do organically. So for that, you have to actually get people follow your page, follow your cause before the campaign start, and that needs time to build up. Good promotion, good pictures, good videos helps in all these things, which will be shared in the later half of this session. So this one I want to tell you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Jayashree, for your input. I would just bring it to your notice that we have organically almost 12,000 followers on our
Great.
LinkedIn and Facebook, but
Great.
then our posts do not get that many likes. And I've personally noticed that if I'm sharing about, an MOU signing or an event, those posts get more traction. But the moment I post about fundraising, those posts get the least amount of traction. And I don't understand the algorithm behind it. That how is it that a certain organic post gets more likes, but when it's a fundraising post, somehow the algorithm doesn't work out.
Two, three things works. Something is that maybe what happens, I'll tell you. See, let not go to the algorithm part. That is a bit difficult, and for us also to break down that thing. Okay, so what I'll tell you is, does your followers or your NGO people have to take lot many steps to donate? say for example, they have to click, then have to go to another site, and then they have to donate. Do they understand the message? Because the message should be very easy. Say for example, you say you donate 50 rupees and 3 children will be given food for 3 years. Okay, this is an example. So these small things helps. Okay, so what is the messaging that actually helps? And what you do is not only likes, try to see the reach which you can see in the analytics part or in the insight part of the any Facebook. Let's take Facebook. So you might not have likes, but you might have reach. Okay, so that is two different, that how many people, how the post is reaching to you. So the algorithm thing I will not go into, but I would really like to break down how the messaging is going for donation. Okay.
Thank you for your inputs.
Thanks, Yashashri. So Yashashri is also a part of one NGO and she works with Pooja. Pooja, just this one more question by Pinky. Maybe we could take that and then we could move on to the next section. Yeah, I think Pinky, would you like to maybe unmute or we can read it out as well? Okay, it's on the chat.
Hi.
Yeah, okay, please go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm from an NGO called Diya Ghar. So we work for migrant kids. We do preschool-based education for them. So my question is like mostly whenever we post a fundraiser campaign, there's a possibility of only the knowing people donating, right? And very 1% of the people like who doesn't know, they donate. So my question is like, how can we make more effective that, drag the people's attention and they themselves, able to come ahead and donate, like unknown donors as well. Yeah.
So yeah, the question is like you would like to, attract more donations by the people
Yeah.
who do not know you, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So may I know which is the platform that you're actually using for this?
So right now we are on 3 platforms, which is Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. So I'll let you know in the coming slides what is the age groups and how the audience actually, see these posts. So let me just answer you after the, like I'll get you through this. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. And can we continue now? Yes. So now let me just take you through what are the steps or the method. This is one of the method you can actually follow to set up a social media campaign. The first step is set clear objectives. So social media campaigns, before you actually start the campaign, identify what is the objective that you would like to achieve at the end of this campaign. For example, are you actually creating or launching this campaign to create awareness about your NGO or the mission that you work for? Or are you actually trying to make this audience to visit your website and drive traffic to that? Or do you like to generate donations by asking help from the supporters or stakeholders? Or would you like to engage them? Or you would want to strengthen the NGO community? Or do you want to get feedback from the stakeholders or donors by launching a poll or other options? So set clear objectives when you want to start a campaign. So I would like to tell you, you can use this acronym called SMART. So SMART is an acronym where it stands for specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time bound. What does this mean? So specific in the sense, the goal should be clear and well defined. Instead of, I want to increase social media engagement, let me be clear and specific about this. For example, I want to increase the number of likes on our Facebook post by 20% over the next 3 months. If I have 100 followers, I would like to make it 120 in the next 3 months. So this is about specificity and about the measurable goal. So your goal should be quantifiable here. So you should track the progress and determine when it is achieved. So as I said in the example, so 20% is the measurable target, and when are you actually achieving it? It is in the 3 months, right? So that is about the quantifying your objective. And achievable. Here achievable should be realistic and you should be able to attain it. Setting some unrealistic goals can, you can make you frustrated as well. It should not, it should be challenging, but it should still be feasible for you. So the resources and strategies that you should have should be achievable and not unrealistic goals. And relevancy. The relevancy here is the goal should align with your overall social media strategy and business objective. So you should know what you want to accomplish and it should be relevant to it, right? For instance, if your broader goal is to increase awareness about your organization, then social media engagement is relevant here. And time bound is nothing but setting a specific time frame for this achieving the goal. So over the next 3 months, if I want to achieve 20%, how will I do that? So let me give you another example. Increasing the number of Instagram followers by 15% over next 2 months. So here I am very specific about how much actually should I be increasing the number of followers. What is the time bound? Also, I'm mentioning it here. That is 2 months. The 15% is the quantifiable measurable unit. And I'm specific that I should increase the Instagram followers. So this is how you will set your objective. So you should be smart when you set your objectives. The second point is picking the right platforms. So each platform that you see here has its own strength and user demographics. So most of you might have used Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp, right? So coming to the Facebook part, it is the most popular social media platform in the world. So users are evenly distributed, and the age group that usually the Facebook age group who uses them are especially above 40 years. That is the demography that you can see. So why do we use this Facebook? Facebook is a platform where you can share images, videos, texts, or about events or the fundraising things in this platform, right? So what you can also do in the Facebook is you can actually create short videos that are attention grabbing, and you can put up headlines for the content creation. So you can also use Facebook groups to interact with the audience, and integrating this Facebook for social for non-profit organization, it aims to connect the adult audience here. So building an online community with adult audience who is aged more than 40 years, Facebook is a relevant platform. And coming to the LinkedIn platform, it is primarily for the professional seeking networking opportunities, right? What kind of content should you be using on the LinkedIn platform? For example, you can use the case studies about your organization, or about the best practices that your organization adapts and follows. And you can also use it for transparent storytelling. A research says that around the age group of 25 to 34, almost of 60% of this population uses LinkedIn. So you can see that it's a 25 to 34, an adult age group that uses LinkedIn for professional opportunities here. And LinkedIn has many opportunities to reach organically. What you can also do here is you can connect with the talents. You can hire members through the social media platform, right? So this is about LinkedIn. And in LinkedIn sector, there are more than 2 lakhs non-profit users who are already present on this LinkedIn platform. So just think of your organization also to be present on this platform. It will make a significant difference if you are on LinkedIn as well. So it will also attract top tier members or the board members who can actually give you advices, or the volunteers or the staff. So these are persons you can attract using LinkedIn. And coming to the Twitter, it actually is for tech savvy person, and it is usually used for businesses, marketing, and politics. So Twitter age group is between 35 to 65 according to a resource. And the platform is used because here we can use news and reach audiences in real time. So when you actually tweet one thing, if it is retweeted, you can reach the audience in real time here. So it's a good platform for organizing and communicating about actions or running hashtag campaigns. So Twitter is basically used by the age group between 35 and 65 years. You can try out various content formats here as well, like opinion polls or the educational videos or something you would like to discuss. So Twitter is a platform where you can do all these things together. And coming to the Instagram part, it is specifically for teenagers as well as younger adults. Okay, so it's basically a photography or photographic platform. It is used for professional as well as personal. And you can create Instagram stories or reels to keep your audience engaged. So reels have become a, like people scroll through reels like anything now. So reels is one of the platform that you can use to reach out to your audience. And according to 2021, this Instagram was the most used popular social media platform for nonprofits. And 82% of nonprofits use this Instagram. But one thing that you should keep in mind is Instagram is basically picture, right? When you have a clear picture or the photograph or video, you can use Instagram great in a greater way. But if you do not have the pictures that are of best quality, I think it's better to use graphical representation than pictures. So the audience in the Instagram are under 40, and you should know what kind of content that the younger adults or teenagers would require, and you should plan accordingly what kind of content should be posted on this Instagram. And YouTube and WhatsApp is used by most of the individuals in the world. So these are the platforms that is used by nonprofits, and you should pick your audience. Also keep the content precisely on what should go on which platform. So the pick the right platform is also one of the key things that you should keep in mind when you're launching a social media campaign. So for example, to keep the target audience in mind, you should know the right demographics. So content aimed at these teenagers will differ significantly from the content that you actually make up for this middle-aged professionals. And you can also observe the behavior of the audience here. So the audience actually commenting or sharing the post that you are posting? or are they just passive observers, like they just keep scrolling about the post? So you can also observe about the behavior of the audience. Why should you know about the target audience? It because it should be relevant. The content that you're posting, it should be relevant to the audience, making them more likely to engage with it. So what it actually does is it actually leads to click through rates, likes, shares, and comments. And you should also know your audience, because the conversion rate here, it's about understanding your target audience. The conversion rates, if you're offering a service that aligns with your needs, your audience is most likely to become your donors from the non-profit perspective, right? Going to the next slide, the third most important thing is strategizing your social media campaign. So this is a very important step. It is not only about posting a video or a poster. You should think beyond that. So let me give you an example. Most of you know this Akshaya Patra NGO, right? So what they did was they strategically uploaded a post where please sponsor a meal for a child for a year for rupees 750 or rupees 1500. So it worked because a broad reach of message was done here by using social media platform, and the donation process was very easy here. By only clicking on donate button, they would go to the website and just complete the process then and there itself. It was very easy, as well as this was effective in the way they posted the pictures, right? And you should also keep in mind, if you're posting about anything, for example, if an audience is seeing a post, so please donate for a child and help them for their education. So what you can also list down is, so these donation will have 50% tax exemption. So you can also come into our premium donor list by donating here. So you should, the goals of your social media campaign should match your messaging as well. That's how you keep the audience engaging. And the fourth step, what we can say here is what you want to measure via the social media campaigns. So everything is measurable in the social media campaigns. Okay. So what do you want to measure here? Particularly if you want to measure the number of new followers gained, you can actually check out the analytics page of your NGO, right? If you want to assess about your reach of your campaign, how you can actually strategize the next level of attention. How do you do that? You should know what to track before you launch your social media campaign. Is that the new followers that you are gaining, or is that the donors that you are reaching out? So these things you should know before launching the campaign, and these key performance indicators, as we say, you will be using them in such a way that when you actually go to the end of the campaign, you will know if you have achieved it or not. When you are aiming for something, use it as a strategy. And as I said, if you want to measure the followers, just note down what is the number of followers before launching the campaign. What is the number of followers after you launched and completed the campaign? That is one key performance indicator that you can use. And you can also see about the reach, engagement, and the traffic actually came up for your website, or the number of donations you have received through these posts. These are also something you should keep in mind before launching a social media campaign. So does anyone have any questions till now? Before going to the content calendar, does anyone have any questions? You can unmute yourself if you have any questions.
Hi, Pooja.
Yes, yes, Shiva.
Yeah, I have some data. Yeah, I have some data.
Mm-hmm.
Like I also want to do the Danusto campaign through email campaign.
Okay.
Like it will impact like how I just also
Okay, so talking about the email campaign, right? So
yes.
who are you actually mailing these, Shiva? Like is that it your
Main
prospective donors
like
or
I have data of like main I have previous worked in different organization.
Mhm,
Like they where they have donated to me. Like I work Amnesty, I
mhm,
work UNICEF Explores UNICEF, and I work Water Aid, and I also work for Akshay Patra. Like they are all donated to me. But
mhm.
right now I was working in a startup NGO. But I am facing like comparing previous organization here. I'm not able to reach those people. So but I am still in touch with those people. Like, is it will be helpful like through email campaign? Did the people will donate? And this question.
Yes, email campaigns will help us. Definitely, it will help us. And you can also, like track the email campaigns. For example, you can use Gma's tool where it says if they have opened the mail or if there is a link that is given in the mail, have they clicked it and read about it? What is the time that they have read about the email? So these things can also be taken care of, and email campaigns do work, but it takes time. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Okay. So as a next step, I would like to say
So
create.
there are just couple of questions on the chat.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes, Ashwini.
there's one by Kritika. She's asking how can we improve reach for our campaigns, especially donation campaigns, and how can we convert them, ensure the click and pay.
Okay, so let me just complete the overall the steps how you can launch the campaign first, and let me take the question at the end. Yeah. Any other questions? How long should a social media campaign be, the average? So it depends upon the organization. So may I know who this question? Garbage free India. So as I was telling you, if it is for a specific day, a social media campaign can also be launched for a specific week, like Dan Mutsav, or a specific month. On an average, you can say a week or two will actually be good. And how will the conversion happen even if 200, 300 people like the post or something? Akshay, can you please elaborate on this? If you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi. So even if let's say my social media campaign is reaching to a large audience, how do I ensure that those numbers are reflecting in actual fundraising, and how do I increase the size of my fundraising? Is my question.
Pooja, this is Jasho once again. Can I take this question?
Yes, yes, Dasha, please.
Yeah. Hi, Akshay. I am Pooja's colleague. Okay, so regarding your, first of all, your question is how the conversion will happen. This depends upon many things. Okay, so the first thing also, I would like to address the question which is given by Kritika with the same thing. The first question I want to ask to both Akshay and Kritika. Do your website take more than 4 seconds to load? Do you know that? What is the speed of your website?
Yeah, this is Kritika here.
Yeah.
Website is under 4 seconds.
Okay, under 4 seconds. Okay. And do they have to fill up a huge form or something like that?
No, it is a very simple form in which they have to give some pertinent information
Yes.
so that we can give the ATG certificate.
Right. So once you the question where when you're speaking about the conversion, click and pay. So do you share this info with the donor beforehand that there will be a tax exemption, etc.?
Yes, yes. We
Okay.
do it in our posters and other material.
Okay.
We also have it very clearly written in the donation form also,
Okay.
saying they are eligible for ATG,
Okay.
tax exemption.
Okay. So the first thing regarding the conversion and all this consistency is what that is firstly required in such communication, first of all. And the thing is that every time if I ask for donation, sometimes the visitor doesn't like that. Okay, so that is one thing. And the second thing, there is a data which I would like to share with all of you. Though in the year 2020, it has been seen that 75% of visitors visit NGO websites on mobile, but their donation is more than 25% donation people donate on desktop. They don't use mobile phones while they are donating. What is the psychology behind this is I personally am not clear, because maybe in the phone the visibility and all is not that great, or on the desktop it's not that great. It's a desktop, it's great, but people generally donate via desktop or laptops than on phone. But unfortunately, the viewership of websites are your on phones is higher than on desktop. So this is one data. Okay, this is one data. And how the conversions and all will happen, see, as I spoke to Neha also earlier, paid campaigns sometimes work. Okay, sometimes work and sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, but 2-3 things you have to be very clear. Make your message very simple when you are asking for help, very simple, and what will be the straightforward impact. Ask for a straightforward impact. That's it. Say 50 children, 20 children in so and so place. Your 100 rupees will help in so and so place. So if you see Akshay Patra's Facebook, we can share the link. That 1500 campaign worked out very well. Okay, and also one of the things you can follow is Bhumika. They did a campaign during Chennai's flood. During Chennai, they had a flood situation. That time, they had a huge collection of money. So these are the points, areas where you have to tap emotionality. Okay, so you can ask during Dan Utsav, when does donation rise? Donation rise during festivity times. Okay, so Diwali, say Dashera, especially Diwali. So when people are happy, they're celebrating with their family, when they see a very emotional message and a very emotional message from you, donation rises. So when are you asking the donation? Throughout the year, it may not be the same, but it will increase during specific time. Say Diwali, Dashera, Christmas. Okay, Christmas, Diwali, they work very well. Okay, because Christmas is something related to children and Santa Claus, everything. So these are things keep in mind. And as you said, Kritika, your website takes less than 4 seconds to load. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing, that at least if somebody is visiting, then they don't have to waste their time on waiting for loading. And also make the message very straightforward and very clear cut impact. 100 people, 100 women in so and so place will be impacted. That's it. That's it. If Pooja can share the link that Akshay Patra that we have used, that's a very good thing. We wanted to share that with you. The message is very simple. The poster is very simple. If those things can be followed, no, the conversion rate will gradually increase, and the time of when you are asking. Festivity time, weekends, okay, these are times where you can check. Or maybe during say some natural calamity happened in the country, so these things worked. So if Pooja, you have the link with you, if you can share that poster, then that will be a good one.
Yes, yes, Dasha. Thanks for actually reminding that.
Hello, can I speak?
Yes, yes.
Pooja. Yeah, this is Sai Prasad here from the support organization, which is basically working for the street children and to drug detoxification and all. So we recently, went for crowdfunding for raising funds and all, but that was for the shorter period. And I came across one another website called Ketos. You must have all aware of that, where they fundraising for the needy medical assistance, medical needs, where they within stipulated time, say around 1 week of a time. So they have a target based campaign like 25 lakhs or 50 lakhs, something like that. So all over, whoever may be the donor for one time or maybe repeated. So definitely, through AI based, they came attached to that, and somehow the target is meeting up. So I just wanted to know how to make, on this, making a traffic for making fundraising. Can you just elaborate on that?
Hello, Sai sir, can you just explain your question? You want to
Yeah, I just wanted to make the traffic for my fundraising site. How to do that, so that
okay.
it should be reach out to the donors and whoever may wanted to see, just like something related
Yeah,
to.
sir, are you
Yeah,
using any platform or you are doing a crowdfunding on your on your social media platform?
recently we have started on on Instagram and FB page. Okay,
Okay.
and apart from that, we just just 2-3 weeks back we started this crowdfunding. We just just an attempt.
Attempted, you just
Yeah, yeah.
attempted, yeah. So the first thing, I'll give you one example. Non-social, like social, non-profit example I'll give you. I take this example everywhere. If you follow YouTube video creators who have 1 million, who has more than 1 million followers, you will follow one thing, sir. They are very consistent in putting their videos. Okay, so if they say that I will be coming on Thursday at so and so time, they will be on Thursday on so and so time. Okay, so this is what you have to follow, sir. Have a patient, because see, these are all organic. So first, Instagram, Facebook, these will take time because they are organic. Be consistent. Be consistent in your message. Okay, so first, if you want to raise fund for one cause, raise it for one cause. At least run it for at least 3 months, for a quarter. Okay, don't mix it with many causes. For example, your organization may have more than one cause you address, but do fundraise or do ask for donation for one cause. Okay, say for example, for 5 drug addicted children, you want to rehabilitate them. Run this campaign at least for a quarter. Okay, use one cause at a time. So this will help in attract the attention of the visitor or the viewer, and also increase your traffic to your website. Okay, so see, ultimately, what is the aim? Your visitors on social media should go to your website, click on the donation button, and they pay. That is the ultimate objective, right? So you have to be consistent on what you are telling to your visitor or follower of your Instagram. So say, for example, you want to plant seeds for 500 mango seeds in an area. Do it consistently, then only you will get it, and show the result. Okay, so these are some of the things that helps. Okay, so just, yeah, if Pooja is ready, can we just show that Facebook post which we were talking?
Thank you,
Uh,
Yeah, Jashu, can I just share it then, because I'm unable to log in right now and it's not handy as well.
okay, fine. Yeah, please go ahead.
And also, Sai sir, since you were speaking about keto and all, it's a crowdfunding platform basically. And they use paid advertising to reach a specific set of audience. And they also have HNIs or corporate funders who would like to help. So they will be able to do it more efficiently. And since you are also a grassroots level organization or an upcoming organization in the nonprofit sector, it will take time, but definitely you can do that.
Thank you.
Do we have more questions? I don't think so. Yeah. So coming to the fifth step, it is about creating the content calendar. So you should actually plan your content in such a way that you will plan it in advance and make a calendar. For example, why is a content calendar helpful? because it actually helps in maintaining the consistency, and it will also ensure that the flow of content on these social media platforms are following, and they're actually reaching out to the audience. For example, I have taken an example of a monthly look of a calendar where you can see 4 weeks and what should be posted on these platforms. Am I using Instagram on the first day of the first week? And on Thursday, that is in the first week of Thursday, I will use a video bite that will go on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. This is an example of a calendar. So for example, if I am a grassroots level organization and I do not have much of photos or contents that I want to share, what will I do? I will concise this calendar. So 8 posts in a month, weekly 2 posts, I can segregate like that. So in these 8 posts, what I could give is maybe like a beneficiary success story, or about the activities that the NGOs is conducting, or a donation request where you are asking for help for to your organization to help a child, or to actually maybe for an environmental cause. This actually helps in such a way that the content will actually flow for the social media platforms. And if your nonprofit mission is about education, what you can do is you can have a campaign focusing on child poverty or literacy issues. This will make the audience or the new supporters make them aware about the societal issue and what we need to focus on. Then feeling overwhelmed about our mission, we need to focus overall. So if I am an organization who is working for education, I would like to bring in child poverty as well as literacy issues which is there in the community and post it accordingly. So having a content calendar will definitely help. After you actually have a content calendar, what you should be doing is you should design the marketing assets using some of the online tools. So some of the online tools you can see here is Grammarly, Canva, Adobe Express, or Photo. So why am I using this? For example, Grammarly is a tool for nonprofits and businesses as well. They will actually help you in maintaining that professionalism. So you will have that clarity in the communication. And why is Grammarly used? Grammarly can be used to check about the spellings or the errors that you might have done without noticing. So you can actually make the social media post concise. You can shorten it. You will have the content clear here. So that is why this Grammarly tool will come handy for nonprofits. Other than that, Canva and Adobe Express are a graphic design tools. They are available in paid and unpaid version, free versions. So it's a graphical design tool. You can actually create videos, posters, or blog articles to reach your audience effectively. You can also design infographics or data visualization to present the information or the statistics about your organization's impact. And you can also design your flyers or brochures using these tools, that is Canva and Adobe Express. You can have brochures to promote your fundraising events or volunteering opportunities, or to create awareness campaigns. These are some of the tools that are available. And Photo is basically a photo editing tool. If you have captured any photos, you can edit that using Photo. Photo offers both free and premium versions. Start trying out in free versions. And for nonprofits, these actually come at a lower cost or no cost at all. For example, if Canva has Canva for nonprofits. So Canva for nonprofits, they have a premium version which is free for these nonprofits. So the only thing is you should have certain types of documents for your nonprofits. If you apply for Canva for nonprofits, you may be given it for free. So these are some of the online tools that you can use to create posters or the content materials that you want to put up on these social media platforms. The design of the posters or video or photographs, what you can do is you should have an online content scheduler. What is an online content scheduler? It's a platform that allows individuals or nonprofits to plan, create, schedule, and manage their content across various social media platforms. So they can be social media platforms, as I said, this could be Instagram, Twitter, or it can also be websites or the email marketing, as we told. So these content schedulers will come in handy to plan, create, and schedule what posts should actually go at what time. So content calendar, it will help us to have specific dates and time, and just you should upload your content there and give a specific time when should it be going on your social media platform. So multi-channel integration is also available in these online content schedulers, and you can use it to your advantage here. So Canva, I gave you as an example. It also has an integrated multi-channel scheduler where you can give which post to be posted at what time on which social media platform. You can schedule it already like that. It's you need not go back and check if the post has gone up or something like that. It would go live as soon as you press enter. So coming to the managing your campaign. So you have launched your campaign. How can you actually manage these campaigns? Respond to the comments, messages, or mentions promptly. How do you do this? Responding to the comments actually tells about you're acknowledging the post, and your social media accounts, or you will give the prompt. If you give the prompt response, the audience will appreciate about your engagement as well. With engaging your audience, it will tell about how you are actively interacting with them, and how the audience will think that you are also a part of the community. If you want to engage with the audience, ask questions that are thought provoking to them. Encourage your audience to share their thoughts, maybe through the comment section or the opinion polls. You can run polls as well, and you can also ask them or encourage them to have discussions or debates on the platform. Also show them the appreciation by thanking the individuals who have engaged with your content. Whoever has reshared your content, send them a thank you message. That will actually help you to keep the audience engaged, and maybe responding to the feedback, whether it's a feedback which is positive or negative. Just respond to it gracefully. Responding actually can demonstrate about your commitment, and you also can improve in the space. So whether it's a positive or negative feedback, respond to it. And that's how you can actually manage the campaign. And it is also helpful to building relationships. So you can maintain the consistency and you are listening to them, which means that you're actually interacting with the people, and people think that you're actually listening to them, their problems, they can give feedbacks to you. That's how you can manage the campaigns. So the last step is reviewing your campaign's performance. So you have launched your campaign now, you scheduled your content, it is already on the platform. You had actually dealt with the key performance indicators that you're going to maintain at the end of the campaign. So take that tool and see how the campaign has performed. Check out the metrics which you have set before setting this campaign. As I told, maybe the click-through rates or the conversions or the reach, how the post has performed, how engaging was the audience on the social media platforms. Due to this post, have these audience visited my website? What is the visitor count? Or are the audience being converted to donors? So these are something that you can actually review at the end of your campaign. So these are some steps that you can follow when launching a campaign and see if the campaign has worked out for you or not. If it hasn't worked out, strategize again and do it accordingly. Consistency is one of the key that you should be maintaining here. There are many trial and errors that you can also do. And if you really need help, please go and ask help with. If you need a photographer's help or for videography, just go and ask them. Maybe they'll be maybe volunteers can help you pro bono, or if you have a budget for them, please do that, right? So this is how you can launch a campaign on social media platforms. Does anyone have any question? Aren't there concerns with hacking when using third-party content scheduler, as we give access to third party to access and upload? So the third-party content hacking thing, I think this was asked by Garbage Free India. So this is how you can actually maintain your desktop or the laptop. So you should always have trust in what platforms or the content schedulers you're using. For example, if you're using Canva, you will know the password or the user ID, and in the team, whoever actually is using, they will know it. And the third party may not come into picture here for now, because you should trust the product that you are using. And if you do have any issues with them, you can always raise the concern there. So going to the next topic, introduction to paid campaigns. So I'm just going to introduce you about how a paid campaigns actually work. It's a marketing strategy, as all of you know. You will have a budget constraint, or you will have a definite set of targeted audience, and you will have immediate results and measurable outcomes in these paid campaigns. Okay, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or LinkedIn, these all platforms have paid campaigns. Why do you use paid campaigns? It's because you want to increase the visibility of your post, or you want to attract more followers, or you would like to encourage engagements, that is likes, comments, shares. So in this competitive world, paid campaigns are also important, and they hold a top position. Maybe if you use paid campaigns, the search results, or you may appear on the top of the Google as well. So non-profits often use this paid campaigns. Why do they use this? Because to raise funds or promote awareness or to encourage volunteer participation for their causes. So regular monitoring is required here, and optimization is also helpful to maximize the impact of these campaigns while staying within the budget. So the thing is, you should have a set of budget, and you should have a definite target audience, and the ads that you are going to create should be eye-catching. So this is about the paid campaigns. And here is a list of links where you can actually Google, and this is about Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, how you can use this paid campaigns. Since this is a large perspective, in the largest perspective area, I wouldn't be dealing with in detail. So paid campaigns, yeah, I'll be sharing these links for you. Maybe you can also go through it again. So coming to the Dan Utsav thing. So Dan Utsav is actually celebrated from October 2nd to October 8th, right? So why are we celebrating this? It is actually because India wants to celebrate the joy of giving, right? The festival, it actually helps to create a culture of giving and make a positive impact on the society. So this actually Dan Utsav actually addresses many issues in the society, like the social issues or the environmental issues or any community challenges that the society has. So this Dan Utsav is celebrated every year from October 2nd to 8th, and various platforms like Let's Change, Donate Card, or Keto, Milap, they actually hold fundraising campaigns using the hashtags Dan Utsav and Give Tuesday India. So what you can do in this period is, so I have given you an example on how to celebrate this Dan Utsav. So you can launch a campaign for 7 days. So what does this campaign have? On day one, you can launch the campaign. So launching the campaign is nothing but you can post an engaging image or a graphic with a caption. So explain the purpose of the campaign that you're launching. For example, if you are focusing on the environment sector, and explain why the environment is important and introduce the fundraising goal to the audience here. And this is about the first day. You will be launching the campaign, post a picture and use a description that actually captivates audience. And on second day, what you can do is environmental facts. I am just giving an example of an NGO who is into NGO environmental sector. You can modify this according to the NGO cause that you are working for. So on the second day, if you are actually having a campaign, post about the environmental facts. So you can give a statistic as an infographic. You can give the context about why the fact actually matters to the environment. Include a call to action for followers and maybe like learn more or button or a donate button which will actually make them visit your website. So by giving this environmental facts, you're actually driving traffic to your website as well. And on the third day, you can post about a success story from your end. Maybe the initiative that you have taken in your organization in the previous year that you can post. Use visuals like photos or the videos that actually brings out the impact on the story. You can highlight about how the contributions have made a success in the organization, and you can use hashtag Dan for all these postings. So third day got over. So what would I do on the fourth day? Interactive quiz. In the interactive quiz, maybe a questions about environmental to eco-friendly practices, or questions that is related to how you can be eco-friendly. Those questions can be asked. Encourage your followers to participate in all this multiple choice questions or quizzes. Reveal the correct answers at the end, and maybe you can also provide an explanation for this. And on the fifth day, you can say about how the fundraising progress has been till now. Visually, you can appeal by using a graphical representation. Say thanks to your supporters by how they have actually contributed and how you have achieved the milestone by helping this fundraising. Just thank them and emphasize that what is the remaining amount that you need to achieve in this goal. So you will be telling about how the fundraising process has went and how many how much more is remaining for you to um, close the campaign. And on sixth day, tell about the volunteers or team members who has been actively participating in this project. Share their personal story or motivational stories and the impact that they have come across. Share their testimonials. And you can also invite the followers to join this cause as supporters or volunteers. So, volunteer spotlight, you are actually telling about your volunteer or the team member. You're inviting other volunteers as well by giving out their personal story or motivations. And on the closing day, that is day 7, you can express your gratitude for the support you have received using Dan Utsav, and you can remind your followers about the campaign's purpose and the urgency for the cause. So you can provide clear instructions on how they can donate, including maybe a link to donate page. So that's how you can close the day 7. Throughout the campaign, use relevant hashtags. For example, hash Danutsav or hash environmental awareness if you are working for environment, hash education for education purpose NGOs. So you will be using specific tags to increase the visibility. So engage with your audience by responding to the comments, thanks donors publicly, and encourage them to share your post. So this is how you can actually celebrate Danotsav in the coming week. And you can use Instagram stories as well to show behind the scenes content or sneak peeks of your environmental causes or educational causes. And you can also give real-time updates on your fundraising in the stories as well. So this is how you can celebrate Danotsav in a simpler way. So does anyone have any questions? So we are opening this room for question and answers. If anyone has any questions, please share it in chat box, as well as you can unmute yourself and ask questions.
पूजा जी
Yes, sir.
नमस्कार।
Yes, sir.
ऐसे जो आपने बताया है इसको हिंदी में नहीं बताया जा सकता है कुछ?
English, as most of the audience.
ये नहीं सही है, लेकिन इसको हिंदी में अगर बताएंगे तो हम बेहतर समझ पाएंगे, और फिर भले उसको अंग्रेजी में करना है लेकिन हिंदी में बताइए इसको।
Yes,
कैसे
sir.
सब?
Yes, we can try this out in other sessions, sir. Yes.
हाँ, अदर सेशन मतलब सेम सेशन हिंदी में।
Yes, yes.
तो कब तक हम उम्मीद करेंगे?
Okay, okay, sir.
सुनो तो दान उत्सव का समय निकल जाए तब आप करेंगे तो क्या फायदा?
Yes, yes, sir.
थोड़ा
हिंदी हमारी ढीली है सर
जी।
सर हिंदी हमारी थोड़ा ढीली है, इसलिए थोड़ा हिंदी में हमने बात नहीं किया है।
जिसकी
तो लेकिन आपको तो प्रेजेंटेशन दिखाई दिया है ना सर?
नहीं, सब कुछ चीजें समझ में आई हैं, लेकिन कुछ चीजें अगर इसको हिंदी में आप बताएंगे तो बेहतर समझ में आएगा, फिर हम लोग उसको कर पाएंगे।
हाँ, तो आप थोड़ा सातवा से पूछ लीजिए, सातवा के जो है हमारे साथ अश्विनी से एक बार पूछ लीजिए कि वो कब नेक्स्ट सेशन करेंगे, तो हिंदी में हम करेंगे सर।
अच्छा, ठीक है। तो अश्विनी जी का नंबर मेरे पास देखेंगे है कि नहीं?
अश्विनी यहाँ पे कॉल पे ही है सर, आप बात कर सकते हैं अगर किसी का कोई बाकी का क्वेश्चन नहीं है।
हाँ, अश्विनी जी सुन रहे हैं?
हाँ बदन सिंह जी, हम वील प्लान, आई मीन जो हिंदी में है ये डेक भी हम ट्राई करेंगे इसको हिंदी में कन्वर्ट करना।
जी,
और
बिल्कुल
बहुत
बिल्कुल।
सारे जो सेशंस हैं हम रीजनली भी अभी धीरे धीरे से इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे। आज के ऑडियंस जो थे वो लार्जली वो इंग्लिश में कंफर्टेबल है, इसलिए हमने इंग्लिश में लिया।
नहीं,
बट
वो मैं समझ रहा हूँ, पूरी तरह इंग्लिश में ही कंफर्टेबल है, लेकिन जैसे कुछ चीजें कहीं से जोड़ने के लिए अगर हिंदी भी बीच बीच में प्रयोग होता तो हम लोग और बेहतर समझ पाते इसको।
नहीं, डेफिनेटली थैंक यू, आपने जो फीडबैक दिया अभी हम डेफिनेटली प्लान करेंगे और हिंदी में भी आगे जाते
क्योंकि
हुए
हम लोग मोस्टली हिंदी बेल्ट में है उत्तर प्रदेश में, तो इसलिए हम लोग को हिंदी वाला थोड़ा ज्यादा समझ में आता है। करना भले हमें इंग्लिश में पड़ेगा, लेकिन हमें हिंदी में ज्यादा समझ में आता है।
जी डेफिनेटली। Thank you.
जी, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Badan sir. So, if anyone has any questions, you can ask. Okay, if no one has any questions, let me just introduce about one NGO here. So I will just take a minute or two to introduce my organization, that is One NGO. So One NGO is an organization that was established in the year 2020 as a trust. So what we actually do is we actually bridge the digital divide in the social sector of India. So we create websites and we handle social media handles for the nonprofits, and we also have digital awareness sessions for these NGOs. So far, as you can see, we have built around 1,160 plus websites for nonprofits in India. And we have also managed to create Facebook pages for 500 plus organizations, and we have empowered them through giving them a space where there is an online button. And also we have conducted more than 250 plus workshops and webinars across India. And I would like to thank Satwa and Ashwini and Meenu for giving me this opportunity to present this. And I think we are good to go. Thanks everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Ashwini, for.
Thank you, Pooja.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja ji. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Pooja. If at all we require any sort of help regarding for content development or something called website development, can we take your help on this?
Yes, I am leaving my mail ID in the chat box. If you do have.
Yeah, that would be really help a lot to wherever we may stuck up something, then we can get feedback from your side, and so that you can help us.
Yes, definitely. I have left my mail ID in the chat box. You can copy it and mail me if you have any doubts or queries.
Thank you, Pooja.
Thank you, Pooja. Thanks a lot for facilitating the session, and thank you, Jashushri, as well. Thank you to all our participants for joining in. Our next session is also going to be with one NGO, and it's going to be on best practices to follow for social media. We'll be having that. I think the second week of October, and we'll be happy to share the communication for that as well. In case any of you felt some inconvenience joining in for today's session, really sorry, we had a bit of a technical issue in the beginning. Sorry about that. We'll definitely have that corrected. The session recording and resources will be shared with all of you post the session. Thank you again for joining in. Please fill in our feedback form as well. It will really help Pooja as well as us understand how you all like the session and how can we improve, or if there's something we need to continue, we'd be happy to hear your feedback. Thank you very much.
Hi, like I also want to ask how to collaborate with Satwa Consulting. I just want to like.
Sure. Shiva, I mean, we'll reach out to you, or if you can write to us at partnernetwork@satwa.co.in. Aditya, if you could just put that email ID. So just reach out to us. We'd be happy to have a conversation one-on-one.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Madam, is it the part of the Axis Bank of Satwa?
I'm sorry.
Part of the Axis Bank, bank, the Satwa team is, I think, part of the Axis Bank, right?
Okay, sir. I mean, in case there's any other conversation which is apart from this session, we can have that separately. So you could just write to us on the email ID.
Okay.
We'd be happy to take it forward. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ashwini. Thanks, everyone.